It's minor Kitbash Day here on Avian and Loaded's Action Figure Obsession. And here we have my two 2022 Marvel Legends, Toy Biz Marvel Legends Series 1 20th Anniversary Captain America in the two modes that you can kind of have him in. One on the left with his full face mask, and then number two, well, it doesn't fully cover his face, but I mean, you know what I'm saying, with his mask up. And then on the right, we have the beautiful Paul Harding unmasked Steve Rogers head sculpt, which greatly resembles, if you've ever read George Perez's Avengers, when he would show Steve Rogers with his mask off, especially the issues that he did in the mid and late 70s. I'm pretty sure that's where Paul Harding got his inspiration from. I love how they included with this one, by the way. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. Let me see if I can give it a little jiggle. Around his neck, see, Cap's got his mask on here, and then you see his the cowl piece that covers his neck down to his upper chest protection from his scale mail armor there. But this one doesn't have... I'm about to point, and the thing I'm pointing at feels like it has super glue on it. That's annoying me. Oh, it's probably paint. All right. The Hasbro paint is coming off, I see. Of course it is. It's this Taskmaster sword. The blade is cast in translucent orange. The hilt is painted black, and I am just now discovering that the paint on this figure from like 10 years ago is sticky and tacky, and probably going to come off if I keep touching it. So I'll try to only touch the orange part, I guess. So here's the Marvel Legends, Hasbro Marvel Legends 20th anniversary of the original launch of the Marvel Legends line by Toy Biz in 2002. They only did 4 figures in honor of that Series 1 of Marvel Legends. Captain America, Iron Man, which was the Mark II armor, I think, or Mark III. The Steve Ditko design with the pointy face mask. I love that one, and it is not the same as the 80 Years Iron Man. It's almost all new parts. Most people missed the boat on that and thought it was just a repaint. It was not. They did a 20 Years Hulk, which was absolutely beautiful. Probably my second favorite Marvel Legends Hulk after the 80 Years 2-pack one that came with the first appearance Wolverine. And trying to get out of my own shadow here. Hey guys, what was I saying? Oh yeah, and the Toad. So it was Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Toad in the 2022 20 Years of Marvel Legends wave, and they were basically updates of the 4 figures that were the debut in the Marvel Legends line. So anyway, yeah, he's got his mask up, and this one is mask down. In this one, it looks like his mask is folded down, and it's actually just a little plastic ring. See how that is? Just goes, you pop the head off, attach that ring, and you have to hit it right in the sweet spot, which is right here. There is a tiny, almost imperceptible little indentation, and if you don't get it right in that spot, you can tell it's just all kayfabe. But if you can hit that spot just right and photograph it from just the right angle, you'd swear that it's his mask that is folded down off his face, you know, so he can talk to Tony and Wanda and whoever back at the mansion or whatever it is that he's doing. Of course, you know, in my hashtag don't do that, you know, we were talking the other day, we, by which I mean me and whoever is in my head. I was talking the other day about how action figure collectors were complaining about the 2020 Spider-Man Retro Wave 1 Spider-Man, how if you photograph his head from certain angles, it looks gappy in the back, and it looks like he has no neck because there's just nothing there from certain angles, and yeah, so don't do that. Don't pose him in that. You know, take nice pictures of your action figures, and you know, Hasbro always has like a fatal flaw in just about everything they do. There's very, very few figures they've done, ROM Space Knight, that are completely and utterly, absolutely flawless ROM. But for the most part, every Marvel Legend has an Achilles heel. And, you know, with this Captain America, you see that little bit of daylight there? between Cap's neck and the ring around his neck that's designed to look like his cowl, like his mask is down around his neck. You can see that, right? Well, don't do that. You take the picture from this angle, or maybe this angle, or, here. Okay. Can't believe it took me all this time. I guess I've never picked this sword up by the. I'll have to look and see if the black has worn off on the inside of Taskmaster's hands. You know, Taskmaster's real identity, by the way, is he's a guy named Tony Masters. How weird is it that a guy named Tony Masters, T Masters, would choose as his supervillain name the name Taskmaster or T Master? I mean, it would only seem like destiny if his supervillain name had been. Did I say superhero? I meant supervillain if I said superhero. But if his supervillain name had been Taskmasters, T Masters, Tony Masters, it would make a little more sense. But I just have a funny feeling it's not a coincidence. I have a funny feeling that Tony Masters was born to become the fearsome Avengers foe. See if I can put his shield in without knocking him off. I don't think I can. All right. Anyway, he was born to become. T Masters was born to become Taskmaster, and there's his shield. Yeah. See, I use the gripping hands for the shield. Here's a little tip: if you're just starting out with Marvel Legends, or if you've ever had the heartbreak of that little, see the little C ring there, that little clip. Hasbro wants you to do that, to flip the clip so that you have the C ring popped up, and then you're supposed to clip it on his wrist there. Most Hasbro figures that take shields, the wrists are slightly too big, and eventually you will break that ring. Now this one, they seem to have done a good job with the 20 years Captain America, so I actually use it. In fact, I don't think he even came with the sort of C-grip hands where you can put the peg in the hand. I don't think he did. I could be wrong, but I don't think he did. Oh, you can see the back of the shield here, the holes where that electricity effect plugs in. That's why I wanted to put this shield on this Captain America, because this shield, as nice as it looks, has a bunch of holes in it. Well, three. Three's not really a bunch, but it is holes. He has holes in his shield. And that really annoys me. See if I can. There we go. Oh, you know what else I did while we're here? I put the Kristen Ritter, Jessica Jones, the Netflix / MCU Jessica Jones head. I put it on the White Shield Agent, female Shield Agent body from the 3-pack, because I had to put the Sharon Carter head on my the Dagger figure from Cloak and Dagger. How do you think that looks? I realize God, so much crap on this table. I realize that her head sculpt, or her head, I should say, is a little shiny compared to the nicer, flesh tone matte finish of the rest of her. But, maybe she's chasing down a Hydra agent. She got all sweaty running through some tunnels or whatever. Or maybe, it's just the very, very harsh lighting that I have on her at the moment. But from a distance, can you really tell that it's not a match? And how about now? Ha-ha! See, it's all about the angles. Or the lighting, I should say. So anyway, yeah, I did that. That was maybe it's minor Kitbash week, because that was kind of a minor Kitbash. I always loved that Kristen Ritter head. It's one of the best actor resemblances of any head in the Marvel Legends line, and it's old. It's like 10 years old, maybe more now. But it still looks like her, right? I mean, it was never 100% perfect, but, if you had multiple choice, you'd know that was Kristen Ritter from Breaking Bad, Jesse's girlfriend from Breaking Bad, and she was on the last Dexter miniseries. She played, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it was really good, and she was really good in it. So was Peter Dinklage. Boy, we are rambling today. Today's show is brought to you by my new song, Ramblin' Man. Look in my videos tab or the playlist tab, the 2026 new songs for 2026. It's on that playlist. Ramblin' Man, and it's actually the song, if you listen to it, although it does sound like a funky R&B track, the lyrics are really about how I kind of ramble when I explain things to people. So that's my new song, Ramblin' Man, and that is our sponsor today, I decided. So yeah, mainly I want to talk about how I gave this Captain America the Marvel Select shield. I did super glue that the smaller hand grip on the back of the shield. I super glued that down and held it for a while. Hopefully that'll work. And the other big thing that I thought of was I took a heat gun, my only heat gun. So I took my heat gun. I didn't realize the thumb is connected. It would have been easier. This would have worked better if the thumb was separate from the fingers, but it really isn't on this Captain America salute hand from the Marvel Legends 20th anniversary Captain America. But you can tell now it's no longer a saluting hand. It's kind of a cupping hand. I originally had it cupped a little more severely, but it kind of went back to, it's trying to go back to its salute shape, and eventually it may completely. But in the meantime, it's bent enough to hold that shield in place, and you'll notice the shields are roughly the same size. And I think that this Marvel Select shield, just the colors on it, looks so good with this 20th anniversary Captain America. I like this shield, don't get me wrong. I wasn't as pissed off about it as a lot of Marvel Legends collectors were that were saying that Hasbro should have thrown in a full, complete shield without holes in it. The electricity piece, you see, it has three pegs that peg into the peg holes on the shield, and there were three different effects that came with it. There were also three bullet ricochet effects, which that's fun. Those were in yellow. And then there was also a slashing effect, like Wolverine who was slashing his shield, and that too is a lot of fun. That's really cool. But, you know, I could see the argument that they should have also given us a complete shield, because Captain America's standing there with a shield with three holes in it. Well, gee, where will the Hydra agents be aiming on the shield, I wonder? But anyway, yeah, this is my two Captain Americas. The one on the right is not a Kitbash. This is one of the looks that was possible with that original 2022 Marvel Legends Anniversary Edition, celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Marvel Legends line, all the way back in 2002. Seems like another time, another place, doesn't it? Another time, anyway. And then this guy is my other Captain America that I got when those figures were new. My other 20 years Captain America with the Marvel Select shield. And have no fear, because the Marvel Select Captain America, the last one that they ever made before they went out of business, that Captain America came with two shields. One was the badge-shaped World War II shield, and one was this more modern round shield. Both beautifully sculpted and painted, and absolutely the best 6-inch Captain America shields money can buy, even though that figure was a 7-inch figure. And I don't think it was an accident that they also work with Marvel Legends figures. I think they knew what they were doing. I really do. But what was I saying? Yeah, anyway, I think this one is the best for the 20 years Captain America. I think the colors are great. I don't mind the slight difference in shade on the blue on the Marvel Select Shield, because it's French blue. And if you've really been paying attention to my videos, you know I love French blue. It is one of my favorite shades of blue. It is my favorite shade of blue, actually. Probably my favorite color. And what I really want is a Captain America with a shield like this with French blue, but the blue on his costume is also that blue. And I think they did one of those Hydra Captain Americas, I think, came with that, but I never saw that anywhere and didn't pre-order it because I hate pre-ordering and blah, blah, blah. And then finally, just to beat a dead horse, and Paul Harding sculpted both of these faces, but as I said, I absolutely love this Steve Rogers head. And I know this head was sculpted by the same guy. Somebody told me they think the hair was sculpted by somebody else. I don't know. That makes sense to me. I've tried to make this head work with other characters, usually by putting goggles on them or something. It just does not say Steve Rogers to me. And somebody said, oh, it's him, but he's older. No, he looks younger to me. Younger and dough face, and he looks like Jesse Plemons, also from Breaking Bad. You know, Jesse Plemons, Kirsten Dunst's husband. He's in a really good miniseries, by the way, called Love and Death by the showrunner was one of the directors from Twin Peaks. And it's got a real Twin Peaks feel too. Love and Death with Jesse Plemons and Elizabeth Olsen, the Scarlet Witch from the MCU. Check that miniseries out. What other action figure reviewers are giving you movie and TV recommendations during the review? I mean, this is value added, folks. This is value added. But yeah, I think of this as the Jesse Plemons face. He's a little plump. Maybe he got fat for a role, and now he's trying to slim back down. He's eating a lot of protein. Maybe he's on the paleo diet, whatever. See, I can almost see Steve Rogers there, but then you see this like Hitler hair, you know? I actually painted one of these heads. I painted the hair black, and that's all I could see was Hitler. It was everything I could do not to give him the little mustache. So, yeah, I will never use that head as a Steve Rogers unless for some reason this one gets stolen or something. Because I have all the respect in the world for Paul Harding as a sculptor, and I love most of his work. But man, that doughy supposed Commander Rogers face, I don't dig it. Tony Masters doesn't dig it either. He's so shocked he kicked his shield away. So I don't know. Should we talk more about Venom before I go? Because I'm pretty happy with the tendrils here, his symbiote tendrils. You guys like that? What do you think? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I think he's going to stay that way. I have two of these guys. I found them at a comic book convention in Lake George, New York, or a toy show, rather, in Lake George, New York, a year or two back. And I thought that I had missed the boat on the 85th anniversary Venom on the retro card. And I walked into it's in a small Holiday Inn, this toy show. And what I like to do is come in with a big fat wad of cash, if I can, take enough bottles and cans back to the liquor store to come up with a big wad of cash. And then I'll go in and I won't. I mean, if there's something I see that I absolutely know that I want, I'll get it on the first swing through. But I generally go through 3 times. And the first time is more of a scoping things out, but also looking for grails. And while I wanted this Venom, I mean, look at that. Is that not the perfect 80s Todd McFarlane Venom head? I mean, to me it is. I don't know. I don't know that much about other artists that have drawn Venom, but I love this figure. I love the body. I love the silhouette of it. And I think he looks great with these smoke tendrils from Iron Man, the golden Iron Man from the retro line. But anyway, yeah, I think Venom, I noticed him on the first swing through the room. It's a pretty small room. Maybe the size of a McDonald's dining room, maybe a little bigger. And I noticed the Venom hanging up on the wall of actually a guy and his wife that I've bought a lot of figures from. But it was $40, and I was like, I'm not sure. And then I went through the room again, and I grabbed some stuff, and I think I spent about $300, $400 that day. Oh, good times, man. I was lucky I had them. And it was either the second or third trip through. Well, the second trip through, I got one of the 2 85th anniversary Venoms that you see in front of you. And then I swung one more time. That's kind of I'm almost going to the car. I'm pretty much out of here, but maybe I missed something. So I always take that third swing around, and I didn't see one other thing, and I still had some money left. And there's nothing worse than being a toy collector in a room full of toys, many of which you like, because there's a lot of G.I. Joe Classified and Marvel Legends to be found at this Lake George toy show. I still had money left, and I'm like, you know what? I think I want 2 of those Venoms. And he came with 2 heads, but I really don't like the other head. It's the, like the tongue sticking out and the goo dripping off the tongue head, which, I might use that in photography sometime. But for my standing on the shelf, looking good, representing everything that's interesting and fun about Venom, like those yellow teeth and the pink gums, I mean, this is the guy, right? This is the lethal protector. This is, he's trying to do good, but, we are Venom. And there's always going to be that. So, I dig him. I really dig him a lot. My favorite Venom before that was the King in Black Venom, and he's got the tongue and all that. That's fine. That's just fine. Can I get him at a good angle? I don't know. He's just hanging out on the wall because he's really big and his wings take up too much space. So I can't put him on my shelves. I need more shelves. Mars needs shelves. But yeah, so Venom and his tentacles, or tendrils, tendricles, something like that. So this is Minor Kitbash Day here at Action Figure Obsession. Brought to you by my song Ramblin' Man, which is in the videos tab and in the 2026 Avian and Loaded Songs playlist. Ramblin' Man, if you've ever wondered why does he talk like that, why doesn't he just get to the point? Well, the song Ramblin' Man actually explains that very, very well, I think. And it kind of rambles a little in the middle, but that's kind of the point. It's very meta. And I'm not going to talk about my music in every action figure video from now on. It's just, that's just a Minor Kitbash Day special. to be sponsored by my own handwritten human written lyrics. All right. I think that's about all I've got to offer for now. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the other Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four retro line. You know, I got the long-haired old man Hawkeye head on one of them. I have this other one. I really do not like this this head. The skin tone is weird. It's very orangey compared to. Can you see? It looks like it's made out of pumpkin pie or something. The sculpt is okay. It's a little pinched in. It reminds me a lot of Colin Farrell from some angles. What do you think? Colin Farrell, can you see it? And there's some Orton, wrestler. What's his first name? Orton. Somebody Orton. Orton. Ears of ooh. Randy Orton. That sound right? That look like Randy Orton, wrestling fans. I'm going to screw you. Yeah, that's the kind of thing they say in wrestling, you know. Sometimes they leave off the up, but anyway. Little kayfabe there. Yeah, I want to put a better head on this body and maybe expand my Fantastic Forever concept that I've been talking about. I did a video about it, I think, yesterday, about an alternate universe or alternate multiverse kind of collection of members of the Fantastic Four that all have to gather together and battle some multiversal threat. I think this body will be good for that. The fire effect does come off, and I got to figure out. Man, I was thinking maybe a Peter Parker head, because I have a ton of those from buying 5 Renew Your Vows Spider-Mans and also the original Mary Jane and Spider-Man 2-pack that came with the first really good Peter Parker head. So I could put a Peter Parker head on there. Maybe the bearded Peter Parker head, although I really like that on the Peter Parker the retro Peter Parker body. So, you know, if I had unlimited funds and unlimited time, you know, I would just have everything. I would have all the figures, and they'd put me away in a mental institution. I mean, there's very little doubt about that at this point, right? Anyway, let me give Johnny his flame back on. Flame on, everybody. And greetings from our good buddy Headpool. He sends his best regards. I just knocked him over. Ah, boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. I think that's probably enough, right? Oh, Jimmy Woo just fell down. That's the sign that everything is done. Thank you very, very much for for joining me for this edition of Action Figure Obsession, brought to you by my new song Ramblin' Man in the 2026 Avian and Loaded playlist in my playlist tabs, or just go to the videos tab. It's one of the most recent songs uploaded. Give it a listen, Ramblin' Man, and then ask yourself, or just say to yourself, this is why he explains things the way he does. He can't help it. He's a rambling man. Oh, yeah, baby. That'll do it for this edition of Action Figure Obsession. If you liked the video for some weird reason, seek help, but also give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you subscribe so that you'll be notified about future videos in this delightful series, or all the other stuff that we do here on the channel. And I guess I will see you on the next Action Figure Obsession.